How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a super day. Today, we are looking at my mini account and how I was able to get 18,000 in the capital raid this weekend using the new graveyard spell spam strategy. So we're going to take a look at how I defeated a barbarian camp in 3 attacks. So we drop the graveyard spells over the splash defenses, and then we get to work dropping in the spam. Just a line of the super wizards, and then a line of the rams. And then after the line of rams is done, you just sprinkle in a couple of rams here and there, just to try and stay in front of the sneaky archers, or sneaky super wizards. Sorry, I've been using a bunch of the sneaky archers, so they are fresh in my mind. But as you can see, we are working through the base. We get out a pretty small chunk in this first attack, but we set it up nicely for the next 2. So next up, we are going to drop the graveyard spells in spots that have less splash defenses, so they should be able to get a lot more value on this second attack. Going in again with the spam style, a bunch of rams and then all the wizards right behind. And you can see just the power of this attack is incredible. And if you have similar bases in your raids, you might be able to copy some of the attacks and get those points. We do have a nice group of the wizards left here. So they're able to take out a giant and a few more buildings before they go down. And in this one attack, we're able to pick up 3,980 gold. Now for the final portion of the attack, there aren't as many walls to be opened, so the rams are going to have a very confusing time choosing which way to go. So we do bring a few giants to tank, as they will just go from defense to defense right in front of the super wizards. But when there is this little left in a base, the graveyard spell does insane. As you can see, there's just no hope for this base. The last few defenses are going down, and you can just see the army of Larrys that are spawning. It's crazy. So while the first attack wasn't that spectacular, the next 2 were very nice. They had the full power of using the 6 graveyard spells in total. We actually get 140 bonus gold. So now we had a couple hits on the capital peak to help finish it up. Now this was my first time using the graveyard spell on the capital peak, and it goes okay. It looks like I put the graveyard spells a little bit too far ahead of my troops, as I'm gonna try and take out the capital peak right off the bat. And you'll see we do bring some giants to help soak up the capital peak shots when we start opening this right hand side to deploy another group of the super wizards. But unfortunately I was a little bit late on the giant up top, so that whole group of super wizards just get annihilated. And the graveyards, they are trying to do work, but there's a lot of splash damage around. and none of the army was pushing up to that point, so it was kind of a useless distraction. So you do want to make sure that they are, like, the graveyards are directly in front of where you're attacking, so that they can all just push through the base at the same time. So you only get 2,220, but we do finish up on the second attack, and there is very little air defenses left in this base. So we drop the remainder of the graveyards, drop in a few of the rocket balloons so that when they die they spawn the air skeletons. Then we have the flying fortress to get all that extra bonus gold. Yeah, we literally don't even have to drop the rest of the balloons or the fortress. But we do drop some balloons to help clean up that wizard tower and the last trash building. So we were able to pick up an extra 152 Capital Peak gold. Now the last, but certainly not least, is perhaps a new way to optimize attacks. And it really depends on who you're versing, but if they have a upgraded Skeleton Park, like, they are super weak defenses, and there's quite a bit of Capital Peak gold to be gained. So I only had one attack left, so it's kind of pointless for me to use the Graveyard spell, as there is a lot of splash on this base as well, with all of the wizard towers and then the minion hives do quite a lot of damage to individual targets. As you can see, that one barbarian, even though it has a bunch of health, it dies off rather quickly. So we're just trying to directly target some of the defenses with the rocket balloons. Use a rage here to try and get through the group of defenses there, and then a second rage to try and speed things up, because this air defense is gonna cause some issues if we don't take it out quickly. Takes out one balloon, takes out the second, and takes out the third. So that one air defense is protecting this whole side of the base. So we are down to just the last few troops. Last balloon takes out the cannon, and this balloon with no health cannot take out anything more. And we're left with one minion. However, with the District Hall and the other Inferno Dragon barracks going down, we're going to get over 4,000 gold. So if you were able to do this on 6 skeleton parks, that would get you almost the maximum amount of loot you can get in a raid weekend. Because at Capital Peak level 8, a really good score is if you're able to get around 24,000, and you can potentially get up to, I've seen up to like 30,000 if you're two-shotting some really crazy bases. But yeah, hopefully this was able to help you guys out, showcase. I was able to pick a couple of bases and take them out with the new Graveyard spell. Still new to it, still learning, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video and you want to see more videos like this, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the like button. And until next time, take care.